Good afternoon, everyone. สวัสดีครับ I'm Zirapop Papathananan from Investor Relations and also Ms. Varapon Osathanon. We are from AIS. And today, this is the second time of the Opportunity Day at Stock Exchange of Thailand. So thank you, the Stock Exchange of Thailand for this opportunity. For today, we would like to give you some updates on the business highlights and also the past performance for the first half of this year, and also the strategy that we were going to move forward. And lastly, on the guidance in terms of numbers for you guys to understand about the overview, how we look about the industry. So I would like to start with this page, which is actually been used for the past 3 years, but now there's a lot more information for each segment. Mainly, we are AIS today is the digital life service provider. We are operating 3 core businesses consisting of mobile, fixed broadband, and also digital service. Mobile business is still the core business for AIS today. This is generating around 98% of the revenue for the whole company, while fixed broadband is a very new business for us. This is the 3rd year of operation, and in terms of revenue contribution, it's only 2.3% of the service revenue, but the growth rate is increasing rapidly as we are expanding subscriber base in this business. Digital service is also very new and is targeted for medium term to long term. So I'll go one by one shortly on this page. For mobile, in terms of market share, as you can see, this is the first quarter numbers, but actually a few days ago, our competitor just announced the latest results. So we are actually standing at 48% in terms of revenue market share. And also, if you look at the revenue breakdown today, you can see the trend of subscribers in prepaid and postpaid segment. Past few years ago in Thailand, we were mainly prepaid market. More than 90% of subscribers are prepaid. But today, as of the latest numbers for AIS alone, we have 83% of subscribers on prepaid and 17% on postpaid. On another angle, in terms of revenue contribution, actually, even though we have only 17% of postpaid customers, this group of customers is generating 37% of the whole pie of revenue. So it's actually our quality customer segment. So we are trying to focus on this year. For the long-term goal for us in terms of mobile business is that we would like to maintain our leadership in this mobile data space in Thailand. So we are talking about the superior network quality and at the same time service excellence and building brand perception strongly in the market. But for the short term to medium term, especially the second half of this year, we'll focus on acquiring quality segments of customers. So we'll be focusing on postpaid segment, prepaid to postpaid, as well as the high ARPU of customers on both 3G and 2G as well. That's for mobile. For fixed broadband, as I said earlier, we are new in the market. So in terms of market share by subscribers, we are only at 5% today. And the coverage is in 28 key cities around Thailand. For the first half of the year, we have gained around 144,000 subscribers, which is actually a strong net addition we are seeing today, despite the fact that we have been slowing down the aggressive marketing campaigns. So it's kind of reflecting the organic growth that we are acquiring in the market. And at the same time, for the long term, in 3 years, we would like to become one of the key main players in this market. While for the second half of this year, we'll be focusing on acquiring more subscriber base. So we are targeting to double the size of the subscribers of last year. Having said that, we will continue to acquire subscribers in the existing areas of 28 cities, and at the same time seeking opportunities to expand the service areas outside of these 28 cities where we see demand. And also Kun Varapon will highlight on that later on. Digital service, as I said, this is for medium term to long term, for telcos in particular. For us, we are focusing on 5 areas. video, game, mobile money, cloud, and also IoT. But for the short term, you will see a lot of things happening in AIS in terms of video content. And actually, just last quarter, we announced quite a lot of partnerships with the international premium content providers. For example, HBO, Fox Network, NBA, Warner Brothers. And at the same time, partnering with the local content providers like WorkPoint, GMM Grammy, and other content providers as well. Basically, for the long term, we would like to monetize how customers are using data today. But the short term, this might be a little bit different because we would like to use this video content as a strategy to create differentiation and stickiness to the brand. So we're talking about retaining the existing customers and also improving the brand perception, while for the long term, we target for monetization. That's the overview of what we are doing today. I would like to skip to the past performance for the first half a little bit. So this is the overall numbers, results from the second quarter of this year. As you can see, our EBITDA both year-on-year and Q-on-Q remained relatively flat. So grew 0.6% year-on-year and declined 1.4% Q-on-Q. Mainly, we continue to see strong and decent growth in terms of service revenue continuously since the second half of last year that we had 4G nationwide. So we built on that 4G network quality and improving brand perception. So service revenue continued to improve. However, in terms of cost side, we are now booking the payments to TOT, and this year will be the first full year effect. So that increased our cost structure. So the service revenue is offset by that item, while we continue to see some regulatory saving and also SG&A increased a little bit in the second quarter as we focus more on postpaid segment. Overall, so EBITDA was quite stable. In terms of NPAT, we are, I would say, pressured by the cost of the network investment and the spectrum license that we just acquired have in the mid of last year. So basically, we are having 7 billion net NPAT for the second quarter, and for the first half, we had around 15 billion of NPAT. So that's a brief up for the numbers for the first half. I'll go back to the strategy on the mobile business for the second half of this year. This slide would like to show the investment we are putting into our network today. So the top part, you can see that first half of the year, we already spent 23 billion for enhancing our network quality, and that's mainly on 4G. So we are doing the 2CA, 3CA carrier aggregation, which is a technology to combine more than one frequencies together to offer higher speed of data consumption to customers. And we will continue doing that in the second half of this year as well. In terms of some data points, on the bottom part of this page, you can see that our 4G penetration, 4G users are increasing rapidly from last year, 19% of our sub base, now 39% of our sub base. So this is actually the growth driving engine for telco and for AIS today. And that comes with higher data consumption per month as well. So now you're seeing 4.7 gigabytes per data sub per month, and this is actually growing quite strongly. And the last part is the trend of non-voice and voice revenue year on year. So the overall for last year trend has been quite stable. Non-voice continue to grow while voice continue to decline. This is the kind of structure and rationale why we are focusing on postpaid segment or quality segment. Mainly, if you look at the top part, whether you look at the operational figures or the revenue contribution on the right-hand side, you would see that actually in all angles, our postpaid subscribers are reflecting more quality, higher value compared to prepaid segments. So in terms of offering on the bottom left, mainly the pricing today, we try to encourage customers to consume more data, and to support that, we offer them a lot of differentiations on video contents that I just mentioned, the HBO, the Fox, and Warner Brothers, provided on our platforms, both on mobile and fixed broadband. That's for postpaid, and we'll see the current pricing on the next slide. On prepaid, not forgetting prepaid, even though we're not doing very aggressive campaigns, for example, to subsidize handsets for this group of customers, but we continue to focus on the segmentation. So ensuring that we have specific products for each segments of customers on prepaid. So for example, in terms of entertainment segment, we have the Super Play SIM, where we offer some free gigabytes for them to consume video contents and free music. While for teenagers, we have what we call Z SIM. This is for them to have special privilege. For example, when they go to McDonald's at Siam Square, Centerpoint, coffee shops, they will have special discounts. While at the same time, for roamers, we have what we call SIM to Fly, which is actually very popular today. So this is the prepaid segmentation that we continue to focus on. Next page, this one shows the current pricing on postpaid segment today. As you can see from top to bottom, now pricing is tiered in such a sense that we encourage customers to consume more data and also rank them in terms of the affordability to pay. So for new data users, when they come on board on postpaid, they are likely to come in for the iEntertainment non-stop package on the top, 299, 399 baht a month, and they will get 750 megabytes or 3 gigabytes, for example. But for those with higher experience with data consumption and some higher affordability, or prepaid to postpaid as well, they will come in subscribing for the Buffet Net. So that's the package where we're offering a steady 6 meg, 4 megabits per second throughout the month. So customer pays 600 baht, they can get 6 megabits per sec and 200 minutes of voice call. Another segment, which is the high-end, high affordability and use a lot of data, we also have the max speed unlimited offered to them starting from 1,099 baht. So this is for the data-savvy, data-heavy users, heavy data users basically. And at the same time, to emphasize on this a little bit, we try to monetize data consumption. This is the initial phase that you see how the pricing is structured. Last one on mobile business. This is the current offerings on the handset. So this is offered on a subsidy plan. So you can get a new handset from very high-end like Galaxy S8 Plus down to a mid-end like an Oppo A37. This is a one-year contract where a customer needs to pay some advance payment, and that will be redeemed once they continue to stay on our network. So on a high-end phone, for example, if you buy a Galaxy S8 Plus today, you get 25% discount, but you are committed to a level of ARPU of around 1,000 baht a month. While down to the mid-end like an Oppo A37, you can get 45% discounts with a minimum ARPU of around 400 or 500 baht a month. So that's the mobile business. I'll pass to Kun Varapon for fixed broadband and video contents.
Now let's talk about the fixed broadband market for the overview, and let me address the key growth driver for it. So overall, we've seen the major growth from the low penetration. So right now we have about 22 million households in Thailand, but actually the people who use the fixed broadband is only 7.6 million, which is 35%. And we have seen a continuous growth on the penetration rate. So that's the first key driver. The second key driver is we've seen that the people who are using the fixed broadband, 70% of them still use the old technology, which is the copper line. So the copper line is the quality of connection deteriorates over time, and also it is not stable comparing to the fiber technology. And for AIS, we are the pure broadband on fiber. So we've seen that we can capture this growth. So that's the growth. Let's move on to a little bit more about our AIS fiber. So we have leveraged the existing fiber that we have overall laid out all of the Thailand area. And we connect more of the last mile to home. Right now, we cover about 28 key cities. But this is still very new business for us. This is the third year of the operation. And we have seen a continuous growth on the net addition. We want to be one of the major operators in this market within the next 3 years. And if we look at the momentum of the net add, so that reflects the target we have. And let me explain more about the ARPU. If you see in the trend of the ARPU, it has been increasing since last year. So this is because back then in 2016, when we were the newcomer, we want to attract customer and build brand awareness. So we offer the discount about 50%, so quite aggressive discount at that time, until we are sure that we have a good brand awareness. So in the beginning of this year, we dropped some discount for the low-end customer. So that's why you have seen an increasing ARPU. Next, if you look at the fixed broadband market share, so as we still very new, we have about 5% market share. But if you look in terms of the net addition market share, we gain about 19%. So that's a decent momentum for us. And if you see that major operator, right now they still offer the copper line or ADSL technology. But for AIS, we are matching the price with a better technology. Even though some of the operators trying to upgrade from copper to fiber. But yeah, for AIS, we are offering only fiber with a better quality. Let's discuss more about the package from AIS. So we have 3 different kinds of packages. So the first one is the pure broadband. This is to support the need of customers who want only connection and to match with the pure broadband operator. And we also give some discount to AIS customers who are using mobile, about 10%, to create more stickiness of the brand. And the second package is the Home Plus package. So it comes with the Android box. This is the video platform from AIS. It's called Playbox. This, we allow customers to use 100 free channels, and all customers have to do is pay additional 100 baht per month. And also the last one, this is very new. We just released it about a few weeks ago. So this one is the real bundle packages. So fixed broadband, entertainment, and mobile. What we do is we offer, in all package, we try to offer more of the content. We try to create the different from premium content, such as HBO, Hook, Warner Brothers. And if you look at in detail of the pricing of the tier, we try to encourage customers to subscribe to medium to high end. So we add more value at that means when customers pay, they need to pay a little bit more, but they get a lot more services and speed. So that's what we're trying to do. We're targeting customers to move to the higher end packages. The last business is the digital services. So as Kun Sirapop mentioned that right now we're trying to create differentiation and trying to give more the exclusive content and the variety. Just to elaborate more about the partners, our strategy is not to buy the content. We want to grow with the partner. So that's why we have a lot more options for customers, both international and local partners.
Okay, so I think that, oh, okay, last one, guidance.
Okay, so finally, the guidance. As AIS has rolled out 4G network nationwide last year, but for this year, we believe that we have to build some more of the brand awareness, and we target the growth this year to be 4 to 5%. So we have some work to do on building brand awareness and customer smartphone adoption. And on the first half of this year, we have achieved about 5.3%. So that's a little bit achieved of the target, but we want to remain the target of the 4 to 5% because we still be cautious about the competition. In terms of EBITDA margin, we expect 42 to 44% for this year. And in the first half of this year, we achieved 44.2. And the EBITDA margin should be improved from last year. This is reflect an improved momentum of the revenue from the 4G and also the cost management program that we have been doing. And this offset by the full year of payment to TOT partnership. In terms of CapEx, we expect 40 to 45 billion baht for this year. And in the first half of this year, we use about half of it. And the reason that we expect the CapEx to be continued at 40 to 45, this is because we have some work to do on mobile side, like 2 carrier aggregation and 3 carrier aggregation. This is to maintain our leadership in data market, to provide a good experience on data for customers. And also we expect 5 billion of the CapEx budget to be used for the fixed broadband last mile. Lastly, the dividend policy. We have the policy of minimum payout of the 70% of net profit. And this is, we want to reserve some financial health and flexibility for the future growth. And at the first half of this year, we have announced the payment of 3.51 baht per share, and this will be paid on 25th of August. So that would be all from us. So then we would like to open for the Q&A session.
No questions so far. Maybe I'll do some advertising for the company then. Actually, we have our own IR website right there. It's investor.ais.co.th. So inside the website, you can get all information that are relevant to the investment decision making. So we have the MD&A, the financial results, the operating figures, and also updated schedule throughout the year, activities that we'll hold. And also if we have big events like AS Visions or the analyst briefing for the whole group of In Touch, we'll also post the video clips after the event ends as well. So you can visit our website and also subscribe for the kind of weekly, monthly updates from our end as well. So we are expecting some questions from the viewers. If you have any questions. Okay, so if there's no questions, or if you would like to, if you have any questions after this, please send to email investor@ais.co.th. So we'll be standing by and responding, answering your questions. Kumbrapon, do you have any ending speech?
That would be all from us.
Okay.
And thank you.
Yeah, so see you next quarter or next half year. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.